Roger and Jamie. When it comes to explaining the important characters in Jamie's life, three specific men come to mind. For part one, let's start with Roger. When we first meet Roger, he's a young boy who's just been orphaned by his parents during the Blitz and is being raised by his uncle, the Reverend Wakefield. As we learn more about Roger in the books and in the show, he mentions several times that he spends many summers fishing in Inverness. This is an important anecdote down the road. When he ends up searching in the past for Brianna, he finds it difficult to adapt, having no real skills that translate into the 1700s. We do see that Roger is somewhat talented in woodworking, similar to that of a carpenter. He builds Amy McAllister a cabin and is always making Jem new wooden toys like Broom. Jesus' earthly father was named Joseph, and it was a carpenter, married to Mary, who was pregnant through virginal conception. So Roger, like Joseph, who are both carpenters, questioned their paternal links to the children born to Brianna and Mary. As Roger's story unfolds, we see the impact the Reverend Wakefield had on him, and Roger begins to find his place within the church, eventually traveling to become a minister. In Catholicism, Jesus' first apostle was Peter. Here's where the earlier story connects. Peter was a fisherman like Roger. Peter was brought to Jesus and instantly became a follower, and one of his most relied upon apostles. One of the miracles that Peter witnessed being performed by Jesus was him walking on water. Peter was so moved by this, he began to walk on water himself towards Jesus, but he started to second guess himself and lacked the faith that he could continue to walk on water. He began to sink. I see that story perfectly summing up Roger. He tends to compare himself to how he measures up to Jamie. Even today, the phrase, "he walks on water," is something that we use to describe someone who we see with great importance and without flaws. Peter goes on to be the foundation for which the church is built upon. In Matthew 16:18, it says, "And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." In Outlander, it is Roger who is the rock that builds the church, welcoming all faiths to gather under one roof.